Let there be light in the darkness.
I hearken through the ages. I light the flame of truth. I am the clarion voice in the darkness of your modern woes and fears. I am Aeschylus, son of Eleusis, dramatist of shadows and fire, soldier of Marathon, and witness to the wrath of gods and the failings of men. Long have I dwelt beyond the veil in the quiet realm where the voices of the living no longer reach. Yet the earth stirs with a familiar agony. A silent chorus calls, not of oaths or wars, but of longing, for meaning, for virtue, for a world made whole. And so, summoned by the ache of humanity, I return once more. Not as a prophet, not as a judge, but as one who has seen the truth. He who learns must suffer. And so I speak now not to the mighty, but to you, the restless soul, the student of truth, the one who feels the pull of something ancient and urgent, you who walk through the fire of change and dare still to hope. Come closer. Let me tell you what it means to live the Renaissance spirit, and what it demands of those who choose the path of awakening. Do you believe that suffering is punishment, that despair is the enemy of progress? No. Suffering is the teacher whose name we curse before we understand her gift. I have seen it on the battlefield, where brothers fell beneath Persian blades, and in the theatre, where kings wept beneath the weight of their own hubris. Even in our sleep, pain that cannot forget falls drop by drop upon the heart. The world now knows this pain. Through war, climate, isolation, disillusionment, you feel it. The ache of too much knowledge and too little meaning, the burden of history pressing on your chest. And here is the first truth. This pain is not a sign that you are broken, it is the call to transformation. But transformation exacts a price. Will you pay it? Let us see what it demands. There's a danger in the ascent. In striving toward wisdom, many lose themselves to illusion. Knowledge becomes pride. Achievement becomes mask. Growth becomes a performance. How then can I grow and yet remain true? I answer with a question. What is it that you fear losing? Do you fear that success will harden your heart? That learning will isolate you? That your old self, your tender, uncertain self will vanish? Then hear me. You must carry your essence like a fire in a clay lamp. Shield it not from wind, but from arrogance. Protect not your pride, but your integrity. Authenticity is not stasis. It is fidelity to your highest self across all transformations. To live the Renaissance spirit is not to be unchanged, it is to be aligned. Even as you expand, you must anchor to the inner law, your logos, the voice within that whispers when all others shout. Let that voice guide your choices, or you will become not a Renaissance soul, but a ghost in fine robes. But how, the earnest student asks, how do I ascend the path without falling into chaos or losing my way? Let me give you then not rules, but rituals, not commandments, but disciplines forged in fire and born of experience. Step 1. Read widely, reflect deeply. Begin with the ancients, learn their virtue, their vice. Read not to be impressive, but to be impressed, imprinted with the questions they asked. Let philosophy be your companion, not your armor. Step 2. Marry knowledge to action. Learning without service is mere indulgence. Use what you know to elevate, not dominate. Whether you write, teach, speak, or build, do so with purpose beyond self. Step 3. Sit with your contradictions. The Renaissance spirit is not tidy. You will love artists who served tyrants and scientists who ignored morality. Do not flee these contradictions. Dwell in them. Learn from the tension. Step 4. Join the dialogue. Speak, question, disagree nobly. Truth is forged not in silence but in discourse. Be Socratic, pursue understanding through humility, not certainty. Step 5, rest and reorient. Growth without rest becomes rot. Step back, breathe, reconnect with nature, music, solitude. The spirit, like the soil, needs fallow seasons. These steps are not linear, they spiral like the helix of wisdom itself. You will stumble, you will forget. Begin again. Would you climb to the summit without blisters? No, nor will you pursue the Renaissance spirit without cost. Time, you will have less of it for pleasure and pretense. Study is slow. Real change demands seasons. Comfort, you will question your place, your past, your very identity. Growth tears the skin of complacency. Popularity, in a world of easy answers your questions will provoke. Many will misunderstand you. Certainty, the more you know, the more you will see what you do not. This is the paradox of wisdom. And yet, what is the cost of staying the same? Of living untouched by beauty, unmoved by justice, unshaped by truth? We are meant to suffer, but not pointlessly. Wisdom comes by the awful grace of God. Now hear me, not as poet or oracle, but as comrade. You can change, you can rise, you can wield your learning for others, but you must believe that even in the ruins of certainty there is fertile soil. Hope is not naivete, it is rebellion against despair. The Renaissance spirit is your weapon, your path, your inheritance. Use it to advocate, not only for yourself, but for those whose voices are drowned out by the noise of power. Speak for the earth, for your neighbor, for your fellow citizen, for the oppressed, for the silenced. Let your polymathy be not vanity, but versatility in the service of justice. To live the Renaissance spirit is to make your life a living argument for possibility. Before I take my leave, my sincere gratitude for your visit. Our channel, known as the Renaissance Spirit, is dedicated to the pursuits of a just, equitable, and humanitarian world. Video topics encompass areas including history, politics, religion, personal development, society, culture, social and environmental justice, and other topics of liberal arts and sciences, including ancient Rome and the Roman Empire, which offer a great comparison and contrast to the modern world. Topics perfect for the true modern polymath. Living the Renaissance spirit means engaging with history not as a distant past, but as a living dialogue, constantly informing and enriching our present. And the Renaissance spirit is a reminder of our dialogue with the future, our progeny and posterity, our legacy. Will we grant them a future free from fear of climate change and tales of the end of democracy? Will they admonish us for our sins and omissions, or will they remember us fondly as saviors of humanity and the natural world? The Renaissance ushered in a golden age, the pursuit of knowledge, both lost to time and yet to be discovered. It gave birth to the Enlightenment and the Age of Reason. Embracing truth, knowledge, and an understanding and compassion for humanity and our shared history opens up the world to each of us, individually, and improves all of humanity, affording us the opportunity to be better stewards of the earth and to each other. The Renaissance spirit, more than just a philosophy or style, but a style for living, learning, growing, and thinking. This spirit does not rise from pride, but from humility, for wisdom is not a creation of man. It is the echo of the Logos, the word that was before all time. If my words were etched upon your soul, and my imparted wisdom found solace and comfort in your mind, tell us. Speak your truth, embrace your light, and lend us your wisdom in the comments below. From cacophony to chorus, let your soul sing. Subscribe and live the Renaissance spirit. History has not died, only our understanding of it. And remember the words that have brought me back to you. Even in our sleep, pain that cannot forget falls drop by drop upon the heart. But through that pain, may wisdom rise within you. I am Aeschylus, I have spoken. Now, what will you do with your awakening? I lit the flame, now I pass the torch to you.